Today, we're going to be showing you how to put new line on your fishing reel. You're going to want to make sure you grab the right pound test line. On your reel, it's going to have a little graph or display showing what it recommends. My reel recommends an 8-pound line, so that's what I'm going to be using. I got my Stren line here, matching it up with the reel. And so once you have that figured out, go ahead and take your line, and you're going to want to rip that little piece of tape off so then you can get that line free and you can begin spooling. That tape, just feel free to set it aside, and then we will get into spooling it on your reel. Before showing you how to spool your reel with line, I wanted to demonstrate with yarn as it's a lot easier to see. Start off by opening your bail, and then you're going to grab your line and go ahead and wrap it around your reel. We're just going to do a simple overhand knot here, just like you're tying your shoes. So once you get that first overhand knot, just tighten it down onto the reel, and then go ahead and do a second overhand knot. That's going to make sure that our line's nice and secure to our reel. Okay, once you have that tied on, go ahead and close your bail. And then that little bit of excess string that we have there, that's coming off the other end of the knot, that little piece, we're just gonna go ahead and cut that. You wanna cut that as close to the knot as you can. That's gonna make sure that you don't get anything tangled up while you're fishing. So once that's cut, go ahead and take the line that's attached and pull it up to your reel. You wanna make sure it's nice and tight, so when you start spooling it, it's going to be very, very tightly wrapped around your reel. Okay, now let's move on to showing you how to do it with real line. So, just like before, we're going to open up our bail, and then we're going to grab our line. So we have our line here, and as before with the yarn, go ahead, wrap it behind your reel, and then do an overhand knot. Just like you're tying your shoes, again, do that first one, tighten it down, and then go ahead and do that second overhand knot. Then you're just going to go ahead and crank it down. Just make sure your knot is nice and tight on your reel. With your knot tied, go ahead and take your scissors and cut off that excess line. You want to cut it pretty close to your knot just to get rid of any of that extra line so it won't get caught up. Okay, now go ahead, close your bail, and then we're going to start spooling. So take your line and hold it up next to the side of your rod and make sure you keep it tight. You want there to be tension on that line so nothing gets caught up in the wrong parts of your reel. This is the fun part of it. You're just going to keep reeling in your line here. Make sure that tension is held tight and just keep on going. You're just going to go until your reel fills up with line. I've sped this part up here because it may take a little while. If you do get any knots or anything gets caught up in there, feel free just to backtrack, unwind it all. You can open up your bail. That tends to help. And then you can just redo it and get it going. Okay, so now we have our reel mostly filled up with line. You want to make sure there's about 1/16 of an inch left between the side of the reel and where your line is, which we got there. And then simply take your scissors, cut off the line, and then now you have a fully spooled reel. Thanks for watching.